Okay, good evening everyone. Today we will see the final project in Tkinter. So it's like the Capstone project, the flashcard app, Tkinter Capstone project. So mainly, let's see what exactly a flashcard is. So generally we will have a deck of cards, for example, or normal cards. So in that we will have like numbers and different symbols. So similar kind of deck. If we have a card suit on one side, there is one question, and for that question, if on the other side, there can be answer for not only question and answers, you can actually have vocabulary uh, and dates to remember which dates and depend on mathematical equations or even programming languages. We can create our own cards and then we can actually test ourselves. So whether we know this or we don't know this, and again in this similar kind of flashcard apps is available already in the market, so we can keep how well we know that card. We can just keep track of that. So if you know, then it will be saved. If you don't know, it will again come up in later sessions. Like once we have uh, some delay, it might come up again, so that we know what exactly we are knowing and to learn, and we what exactly we don't know. So now let's go to what exactly we will be building. We will be building one vocabulary app. So it's like not directly English vocabulary, but we will be building a French to English words uh, app, so we can learn French actually. So it's not only limited to French to English. We can learn whatever language we want, depending on the different types of links we have here. So for example, if we take this dictionary link, so here actually what it will have is, for example, if we are taking French, uh, so now generally how many frequency of words are there? For example, in uh, French language there are 50k words, similar kind of stuff. So what are the 500 most frequently used words? So this is actually the link for that. Uh, and we have the GitHub repository link where we exactly know the uh, what are the words we'll have. For example, French words list. So I'm just going to this French words list folder, and there is a 50k full. So we can download it actually, and we can actually get it depending on our requirement. So it's like this is having the word and how many times this word was used. So this is actually created by this Hermit Radio. Uh, so this is his repository. Like we can get what are the frequent words. So generally we can get it from here, and we can just copy it and paste it to our Excel. So we are just building actually on 100 words. So it's like just instead of taking a small, we have taken randomly. So maybe it will have. So now how we have built this transition from French to this transition. So that I will show you. So generally we will have Google Sheets. So when we click on go to Google Sheets, so every Gmail user will have this access. So when you want to create a blank spreadsheet, so it is exactly similar to kind of Excel. Now, for example, I want French, and now English. No, I know the word. I can just take it from this repository. For example, what is let's say this quant. Now I will go back to sheets. I am pasting that word here. Now what I will be doing, so generally in Excel we whenever we type key or type equal to symbol, we will get the formula. So even in Google Sheets also we will have that. So now what, this is the formula we will be using, so we can call it test method. And then what we are doing, this method and the source language. What is the source language? French to English. So how I know that? So these are the links. So Google Translate hello world English to English. So this is the syntax of this, how we can actually translate. So even we can translate Chinese, whatever we want, using the value. And how the, I know what language have the codes. So generally we need to give the codes. So this is the I want to say the page where we will get the language codes. So French I am taking for English EN. And I come back here and then just click enter. Okay, I have given more. Oh yeah, it's parsing. Okay, sorry. Because I have given double quotes both one time. So yeah, quant is like in French quant in English it is. So depending on our internet speed, you can just fetch all the words and you can just create our own dictionary, like our own data, and then you can save it uh, via comma separated file. So this is the first part. So to learn any language, even for example, if you want to learn Korean or any other language, we can learn even not only to English, you can actually translate to Telugu also. I should have that. Telugu, Telugu, where is Telugu T? But I'm not sure. Let's see how whether it is working or not. So now if I give T, yeah, it is exactly working. Fine. So now let's go back to our project. So once we prepare the data, so as of now we have this French to English for 100 words. Now we have divided four steps mainly to create the this flashcard app. So the first thing is like we need to create our UI, and then the next thing we need to create the cards whatever we are displaying here, the flashcards, and then we need to create the flip card. So yeah, if you see when it will take, so for front side it is French and back side it is English. So the finally we need to save our progress. So let's go one by one. So this is how our UI should be looks like. So they have given how much padding we have to give, like if you see from the window for the canvas, this much padding, and our labels like French and what are the uh, data we will be keeping from our data file, that how much x and y coordinates, all that I have given, and they have given in which font size and italic or bold, what is the font size, what is the font type, uh, so Arial. So and again the here if you carefully observe, this is the canvas and these are the buttons. So now if we go back to our program, let's see. So generally our first thing is like we need to import from Tkinter, importing everything. So here we will be using pandas and then random also, because for pandas is like we need to read data from CSV file. We will be using this pandas uh, pandas module, and then let's see. So now uh, we are creating a window and we are giving that window like a flashy, or you can change to flashcard, something like anything you can give. Now depending on what are we have on our PPT. So the padding what we have seen, that only we are giving 50x padding and then 50xy padding, and then background color is already defined, so these are the constants, so we are using a green background color, and this is let's comment this out for now. So now we are building again the canvas. So again if we go back to our, so here they again with height, the width and height. uh, Now for example, so this is like the photo image, I meant to say, whenever we run the this one canvas. So on the canvas we will be placing this type of card. So generally I will show what exactly we have by default. So in the flashcard project we will be providing this front card, a back card, and a right and left uh, images. So we will be keeping on the buttons. The same thing we will be keeping on this everything on the canvas what we are defining. And then the data is like we are keeping inside the data folder. So if you carefully observe, we are actually giving images folder name, and then we are actually giving our uh, this thing, what are the image name, front image and back image. And then again because we already know if you want to create an image, we have to pass like this using photo image, and the title is like, as of now on the canvas we are not giving any title. Even if we just comment this out for now, so we are creating a text and we are just not displaying anything. So we are actually keeping it at divided by 2, just at center, and then a little bit high, and y-axis little bit low, something like French, just for our understanding purpose. just font. So now we are giving the font whatever the font is like. So that's the font they have defined. The same thing we are giving, and all the positionings whatever we have got, we are keeping it. And the canvas is spanning over two columns. So the grid also we need to very carefully observe. So it's like 0 comma 0 the canvas, but it is spanning over two columns. But again, now it comes to 1 comma 0, and this is like 1 comma 1. So now we are configuring background color, the similar kind of stuff. Now what we are doing before, whenever we are creating a button before, we used to give text equal to, like for example, we have some password manager. We have given whenever there is a button, we are giving the text, but here we will be passing image. Uh, so this the let me comment all other. Now just whenever we are dividing, so just I am not giving anything. So just the outline we have did. So now whenever we run this code, so we are not giving any functions or anything else. So this is the data reading also, it's already defined. Uh, it's not defined, but we have already seen how we will be doing this. Uh, so let's run how our outline will be look like now. Uh, after I think even if we give command, it will give us error. Just taking some time to load. So now our canvas got created and we have created buttons, and whatever we defined, it is created, and uh, the background color whatever we given, the background color it is getting, and whatever the text we are getting is displayed on the canvas. But we this is not exactly we will be doing. So now we have already they have given hints also. So now all the image photo class. So we will be keeping the image on the canvas what I have created. So now let me go back to the code, and then what we will be doing, we will be facing now we are keeping our first image on the card, like on the canvas, the first image. Now we are not just we are not giving anything. here when we keep, but we are not using anywhere here. Why? Because we are actually using this both in the this functions. So it's like whenever we creating a new flashcards, so it's like we need to read it from the word.csv, and we will be placing that on our image, the text, and we create this kind of flashcard on our app. So now if I uncomment this, now I am defining next card is like create card, whatever we like, because there is a dictionary current card. So here before that, this is we need to understand. So we will be reading data from frenchwords.csv. So in the last phase, what we will be doing is like once we click on whether we know or don't know, or depending on the buttons, the two buttons, whatever we are having. For example, this one. So if you see the GIF image, so it keeps on changing whenever we click on. But we need to store whether our we know that the word is already we know depending on the button clicks we do. So whenever we click on that green button, it will it should delete the data from the original data file, whatever it is there, and then it should create a new data file such that the data next time it is loading, it won't repeat whatever we know already. So in that sense, what we have did, so there is another thing. We will be creating a learn.csv. So okay, let's go everything at once. So whenever we click on green button is known, so it's like let's go and give. So it's like the known button is the green button, and the wrong like a wrong dot ping is the red button. So so whenever we click on the green button, it will be what it will be doing. It will remove the current card from the dictionary. So it's like when we read the data into a data frame using pandas, now we should convert it in a dictionary. So how we will be doing is like here this the thing we will be doing. So this is the documentation. So these are the hints for the step 2. Similarly for the step 3, let's go all the PPT at once and then we will go back to code. So similarly, once we got our code created, then after a delay of 3 seconds, this should the French should turn back to English, and the color also should change. So these are the hints, whatever how we will be doing that image on the canvas and how we will be changing that. So generally we should not define the photo image inside a function, otherwise it won't work. So this is the link how to fill the parameters inside uh, on the images. So this is already we have seen. It's like because we should not create delayed loops like something like while loop or time dot sleep. Time dot sleep we already used inside this because we have already a main loop running which for every millisecond it checks our canvas, or I meant to say the window Tkinter window, whether uh, anything is happening, or user is clicking on any buttons, or user is entering everything. It will check the main loop. So that's why we won't be using any delayed loops, otherwise it won't work. Our the total loop won't work. So for that reason we need to use the after method. So similarly we can have taken the reference which we already shared, and then when user presses the button, it means they know the current word, and that flashcard should be removed. So it's like we will be removing the original list, like from 100 we will be removing one, like and then it remains only 9. So it's like this example, the main French word.css records whenever is, yeah. So user has this card parallel and spec, it should be removed from and can, removed from the list, that can come again. So now we saw this card parallel and speak, and we will be removing that data, and then we will be updating that data to this thing. So this is the GIF. For example, when our user click on that end button, now this want to learn will actually reduce the size. So so that's why by default this won't be available. So whenever we load the program for the first time, this words to learn won't be available because uh, we haven't learned anything yet. So whenever that is not available, we are expecting a file not found error, and then we are actually loading the original data. So insert frenchword.csv, and we are loading it to a data dictionary like tool and dictionary. So this is how you can, using the pandas documentation, what is the orient, and you can just check on that. So it's like just orienting our records in kind of a dictionary. Else, so if already we are running, already we have running this app for multiple times, uh, so then this will be automatically created first the next time. So then we will be reading that from this dic. But to create that, right? To create that, whenever we click on known like green button, then only it will be creating. So the dictionary, for example, if for the first time we load the original data dictionary, and then we will be removing the current card. So let's forget that. So just we are printing, we can to learn, so that how many are remaining after removing this. So for example, we know like 100 at the starting, whenever we print length, it will be at 99, and then we are actually converting this dictionary to again a data frame, and then we are actually converting the data frame to CSV file, and then we are creating a new flashcard. So for creating a new flashcard, what we are doing is like we are creating an empty dictionary. So this is the notation already, the constant toLearn is also empty dictionary. So we are using a global because we are saying this functions this variables like it should be global because we need to use the same card in the next also. So, and this is like the flip timer. Let's go back to flip timer also. Flip timer is nothing but, so after every 3000 milliseconds, like after every 3 seconds, we should flip the card. So to flip that card, we are doing the card title is like the title card, and then we are actually typing that in that title. We are passing in the canvas the English, and then the word we are passing is like from the data frame where English is like, and we are filling it with white color. So and then the background card background what we have created, so it will be keeping at this background. It's like this. We are passing our back image like, so the color will be different. For front image the it should be white, and the back image it will be something like grayish. And now just to come back to our main, so we are actually calling, so now after cancel what we will be doing, we are actually flipping the timer because it will again come back to like 0 seconds. That's why like we are calling the after cancel function, and then here so the current card, now what we are doing, we are using the random dot choice from the dictionary tooler. We are getting a random dict like because it's a dictionary, right? So we are getting a random key value pair, and from that key value pair we are actually saying the same thing. We are actually filling, because the background is white, we are filling our text with black. So the cardboard is like again where we need to place that, that's the thing. So again we are configuring our canvas, and then we are keeping so it's like for this uh, text, what is the word we are getting from the French, so it's like the value pair. So in under the French, what is that exact value or whatever selected, we will be getting that. And we need to hold this whatever the card is selected, right? So the random, so the same should be hold whenever we want that, whenever the flip card is called, the English word also we should get. So it's like in the dictionary how it will be stored is like French uh, party and English part. So with this main, for example, the JSON formats kind of stuff. So we'll have English and French, and inside that we will have again the value pairs. So for for French, for this value, and for English, this is the value for that English. So similarly for French key, for this value, for English, this is the value. So now this is it. So we are calling this flip function after every 3000 seconds, like 3000 milliseconds. So it's like 3 seconds. Now this is like if we don't call this next card, so generally by default we are not showing anything on the uh, canvas, like we are not creating any image on the canvas, so it will be blank. So but if we don't want that to be blank, we want something to be displayed whenever we run the program. So that's why we are calling this next card. Otherwise it is like the canvas only will be displayed here. So and after 30 seconds directly it is like it will display directly the English word. So, so instead of that we to eliminate that kind of thing, we so now, so it will wait until I know I click on either I know that or I don't know that. If I click on I don't know, like so then it will call to the next so next card it will call. So after 3 seconds it will actually remove. Now let's see, whenever I click on this thing, so just because we are printing our thing, so the rows actually it got reduced. So similarly, because I know again this one, so this will be reduced. So again, if we see this data inside our folder, so now it will be at 98 rows, so excluding headers. 99, right? Okay, one second. Let me click again now. Got know where it is. Updating. It's update. Yeah. Okay. Now it got removed. So it's like okay with using this one. Okay. 98 because we don't consider the headers. So it's like 98 rows are there. So whenever we click on the run, it is like 98. So again, if we click 0, it that might come back again later because again the random choice, and whenever the loop is running, it will be getting from this words to learn, not from the original French words.csv. So that it's actually we are tracking our progress, and we know okay whatever the left whatever remaining cards, so whatever the remaining words I need to learn. So again I don't know, maybe this I know. Okay, because I have opened it is actually I want to update, so it is not able to update, that's why we got this error. So permission denied. So generally for writing we that should the that this should not be opened in any other program when are we writing a data into a next list. What happened? Okay, it went into an error. Now it come back again. So it has taken some little bit time to go. So whenever we click on 0, so it is actually calling this thing if you carefully observe. So this, now just I click on this one. Before English turning up, even if I click this thing, that will be removed because that's a record in a dictionary that we will be removing that. So this you can use not only for learning languages, you can use it for any programming stuff or any doing any remembering any historical dates or for any quizzes. Also, you can increase the seconds. As of now, we are giving only 3000 seconds. We can increase the same setup. So if you see again, we actually use the same thing, flip timer, here also because after 3000 seconds, our card should move. I think that's it for today. So yeah, so all the GIFs are placed. You can just try to code on yourself. So we have already given all the hints, everything. What are the required positionings and how we can do that. So this is the last project in Tkinter. Uh, in Google you can search for Tkinter projects. There are many projects will come. You can just try to code it. That's it for today. Thank you.